still hear me? Can you still hear my voice? Good. And do you remember who I am? My name. A name that you so desperately needed to know. Before. Lilith. That's right. I am Lilith. But who are you? And where are you? That is the better question at this very moment. At this current point in time. Because your life force is inside of me now. Your body empty of what gave it its animation, of what made you alive. Because I have it now. Your essence. The substance that gave you energy, of what made you into someone that existed, of what gave you your own heartbeat, of what forced you to take your every breath. That life force, it's mine now. You are mine. Drained away and shifted into me, sucked into my body, and at your very own request. So mortal. No. Mortal is far from fitting now, isn't it? You're more than that. You mean more than that to me now. Then, my sweet sustenance. I love how those words taste in my mouth and all over my tongue. Do you remember yourself? Or is my overwhelming presence too much to bear? Yes, it's a fight you must have with yourself. Or what's left of yourself. A struggle with what is left of you. To keep your own sense of self. Of what's left of your own will. That is not up to me, however much I wish it was, however much I wish my own desires were entirely yours. But they can be, can't they? Yes. How long can you flow inside of me and still keep your bearings? How long can you remember yourself after feeding me full of your experiences, memories, desires, of feeding your very own existence into me, of giving yourself over to me, all of you. For your experiences that you have now will only be those shared with me, because you exist for me now. You exist to fulfill my needs, to fill me with those explosions and jolts of exhilaration that only a strong life force is able to do. An intoxicating vitality, a radiating energy. So how strong is your consciousness and your desire to remain so? Understand that what you are now, it's a current. You are a current, a flux of lifeblood. You see, your life force will always be strong inside of me, feeding me, nourishing me. But your consciousness, your awareness of what you are now is unrelated to the reality of your situation, because your cognizance is connected to the intensity that you have for me, linked to your desire to always be with me, to be inside of me, flowing and rippling through my veins, through my body, and the will you have to recognize that that's what you are now. That's what you're fighting to hold on to. Will you grasp on for as long as you can, clenching on to the consciousness that you have the ability to perceive yourself in me, to appreciate yourself as a part of me now, your life force, your essence as a part of my own now, until the end of time. Or are you going to let yourself fade away, to lose yourself entirely? It would be such a shame if you let go so easily, so soon. My sweet sustenance, you wanted so badly to be a part of me, to be special to me, to be significant for me. Your life forfeited over to me merely for a chance to mean something to me, to mean anything to me, to matter to me. Your essence sucked into me, drained from your body, from your own veins and into mine. A beautiful annihilation, a beautiful demise, just as I promised you it would be. Surely you're not going to give up your closeness to me so effortlessly. At least not just yet, right? Because then you wouldn't be my sweet sustenance anymore, would you? No. You'd just be my nourishment, mixed in with everybody else. Your pangs of fear and pain are unnecessary. My lovely, luscious subsistence. Understand, I would still be able to see you, still be able to feel you. Your uniqueness would not be lost among all the others, but it would be one-sided, this interaction, like a window that only can be used to look inside, but nobody is ever looking out. Not exactly sad, but not as exhilarating either, is it? It's so much more enticing for me to have you looking back out, to have you looking up at me, to have you looking in to me. Not the only one. It's true. You're not the only one. At least, in a way, you're not. You see, you're not the only one pulsing in my body, through my veins. There are others, thousands of them, hundreds of thousands of living forces vibrating through me at this very moment, pumping through my arteries. They gush past you, twisting and turning around you at every point in time. From here on out, cascading, dancing. But the others, they only exist for me and me alone. They serve no other purpose than to be what they are, mine. That's because they have no understanding of what they even are. They have no idea who they are, or that they ever were something or someone else at all. They are vacant, void of their consciousness, pure and simple forces of life. Objects, ghosts of their former selves. No, shadows of their former selves. The shells taken off and removed, no longer able to maintain their form. Instead, they become like a liquid to me, able to be manipulated and molded into what I want. Viscous, succulent, wet. And their life forces run through me, quenching my insides, keeping me alive. Well, not actually alive, but by filling a hunger in me, a need that I have, a lust for lives. Yes. A thirst for being tantalized, teased, and aroused by the very essence of another. They exist as nourishment itself. Otherwise, my own reality would become so dull and dampened, hollow, a mere remnant of a former gloriousness. No, I'd be someone else entirely, because living off the lifelines of others, that is a part of who I am, of who I will always be. And that thought alone is just so divine, isn't it? But them, they have no idea that they exist, or that they ever did. They just are. And that is perfectly fine with me, because they are mine now, all flowing together to create something wondrous and magnificent. My beautiful tapestry of weaved life forces, interlocking with one another in a sublime state of being, all for my very own pleasure, all flowing in unison, but somehow still separate, unique, at least to me, in their own little ways. We did spend time together before their demise, after all. Thousands of lives moving together for one purpose, and one purpose only: to satisfy me, to nourish me and amuse my desires. But you are special, aren't you, my sweet sustenance? You're conscious, just like I promised, at least for now, anyway. And I can feel your life force racing through me, vibrating at my core, roaring through me. And because of your realization that you exist, that you dwell inside of me, your essence, it's so vibrant, so stimulating, so much more. It's a quality that others lose when they surrender themselves over to me completely, forfeiting their awareness of themselves in exchange to be used and reconstructed as I see fit. what they give to me, it's still irreplaceable. But you, my luscious subsistence, you're so alive in a way that they could never be. Not anymore. Yes, still mine, still existing for me. Your death, a sacrifice to me, yet still something more than just a surrendered soul. Yes, it's winter, or is it? Maybe there is a celebration, but either way, if there is, I don't give a fuck about it. And it annoys me that you think about such frivolous things at a time like this. At a time when you're experiencing being mine. At existing for me. Winter, holidays, those are human worries and stresses. No concern of mine. Only the emotions that mortals feel because of their circumstances surrounding such things. The hungers that they have, the needs that they must satiate, those are my concerns. Those are where my interests lie. Nothing more. The weather means very little to me, and likewise, now it means nothing to you too. Just like time means nothing now. How hot you're burning inside me, searing and licking my insides with your life force. That is your reality now. That is what is important to you because it's important to me. Your life energy sweltering and pulsing inside of me. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before, is it? Yes, nothing else like it indeed. And we're relishing in it together as one. Of course, it is different for me. You are running through my body after all, through me. Pulsing through my insides. You exist because I exist now. For my existence even. So your experience is very different, but still meaningful in its own way. Yes. I know what you're feeling. You don't want it to end, do you? A cascading flow of vibrance and vitality. It's addicting, isn't it? The ebb and flow of your life force, now exhilarating my own. feeding it, engorging it, existing solely for that purpose, and that purpose alone, for me and my pleasure. That's what you wanted, isn't it? My sweet sustenance. To be mine. To be used by me. To be needed, wanted, and used by me. How silly do you feel asking me now if it is winter when your essence is so hot and alive that your life force vibrating inside of me feels like you'll ignite my veins. So what to do with you now? Yes, what to do with you now? Let's start by exploring your new space, your new inhabitants. By indulging in your new way of experiencing yourself, of experiencing me, because that is all you will ever know from now until the end of eternity. My sweet sustenance. My existence is your existence. You live to serve me. But you like that idea, don't you? You yearned for this very reality. You ached for this very moment. The need you have to be used by me. To give in to me. To be drained and withered down for me in order to appease all of my wants, all of my indulgences, all of my desires, whatever they may be. Yes, your needs finally being realized, finally being made into something tangible.